The Fed held rates steady as expected, but the bigger shift that we've seen was more kind of behind the scenes. They announced that they're going to be slowing down how quickly they're shrinking their balance sheet, and that'll be starting actually in April. And that's just a gentle way of basically easing up on tightening financial conditions. So we'll be watching that closely. On the economic side, retail sales and GDP are also showing signs of slowing. And even though the Fed did say the labor market is solid, a really kind of broader measure of an unemployment that's called the U6 actually jumped to its highest level since 2021. And that's just more signs of a cooling economy, which could eventually open the door for lower interest rates, mortgage rates that is. In housing, closings on existing homes came in way higher than expected, and that's despite these shoppers that were probably looking when rates were higher in December and January. But also, new household formations are still outpacing home construction, which is good if you own a house because it's good for home prices long. And then completely separately on the inflation front, FedEx earnings showed some weakness, which is good if you're wanting to see mortgage rates come down, because when big shipping companies like that slow down, it's a sign that the economy as a whole is slowing, and that can actually ease inflation pressure, which is good for mortgage rates. So now we'll wait and see what Amazon and UPS have to. Next week, the big one's going to be the PCE report. That's the Fed's favorite measure of inflation, and it's going to be key because if it comes in softer, we could see rates improve. But until then, expect some up and down movement, kind of moving sideways a little bit as far as pricing goes with no real major shifts. And one last headline, there was a major shakeup happening in housing leadership. The CEO of Freddie Mac just got fired, and several senior officials at the agency that oversees Fannie and Freddie have also been placed on leave, which could mean long-term changes, and we're also watching that closely. But hope this was helpful. I'll be back next Friday to report on PCE. Have a good